Welcome everybody to this video presentation of mine, The Beast and the 10 Kings who will burn up Babylon. You know, this is kind of an unusual video because we read about in the book of Revelation about the fall of Babylon, but you know, in terms of the world, we would think it's something else would cause it, but here it's this beast, which I think is the antichrist, and the 10 kings who are with him. And we see it written here in Revelation 17:16. The beast and the 10 horns you saw will hate the prostitute. They will bring her to ruin and will leave her naked. They'll eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And you know, this is interesting because this woman is riding the beast just before. She and the beast seem to have some kind of an alliance. And yet, all of a sudden, one turns against the other. The beast turns against her. He hates the prostitute and then ends up burning her with fire. So I'd like to look at that today. You know, it says one of the seven angels who had seven bowls came and said to me, I will show you the punishment of the great prostitute who sits on many waters. And I'm just going to underline the word bowls here because her punishment comes at the seventh bowl, at the very end of the tribulation period. We call them bowls of wrath. But as I said, this isn't God defeating this woman. It's the antichrist and the 10 horns with him, the 10 kings, whatever that is. But as I said, they seem to be joined together here before her judgment. And as it says, and the angel carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and this is what he sees before the judgment. And I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was covered with blasphemous names and 7 heads and 10 horns. That's the beast. But this is a union that seems to be, whether it's economic or whether it's political, but it's a combination of different nations in some kind of an alliance. You know, and then Satan is divided against Satan. That's what Jesus says here at the very end. If Satan drives out Satan, he said, he is divided against himself. How then shall his kingdom stand? We know Satan's kingdom is going to fall. Fallen is Babylon the Great. But what's interesting is this whole woman riding the beast is like Satan's kingdom, I believe. And so there they are together, and you can't break them. But then all of a sudden, chapter 17:16, and the 10 horns you saw in the beast, seems the 10 horns are put ahead, and the beast that you saw will hate the prostitute. They will leave her desolate, naked, and will eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And there it is again. This is the fall of Babylon, Revelation 18. You know, the woman here seems to be involved in with this beast. Maybe it's a marriage, but it's for mercantile reason. And it says, and with her the kings of the earth committed adultery, and the inhabitants of the earth were intoxicated with the wine of her adulteries. And it's almost, I know a lot of people say, well, this is the Roman Catholic Church. But I'll show you that that doesn't really quite fit with the Babylon, economic Babylon, merchant Babylon that we see. You know, here's this scarlet beast defeats the woman, Babylon. And Jesus says, every kingdom divided against itself won't stand, and every city or house divided against itself won't stand. And so these two who were compatible, were friends, are now enemies, and the beast eats her flesh and burns her up. You know, we can see it here earlier in Revelation chapter 12, where the the dragon, the Satan, appears. And right at the end of that chapter, his feet are standing on the water and on the land. And it's almost like he's summoning these two beasts up. And the first one to come up is the sea beast. And it rises up out of the sea. And it has 7 heads and 10 horns. And this is just the scarlet beast later on. And then this other land beast, it comes up as well after the sea beast. And it fits with the woman Babylon. And so these two beasts are seen first in their origin as Satan's part of Satan's kingdom, and then they're seen at the end in their alliance before the judgment of the woman. And I really think what these two beasts are is the woman is America, Babylon, and the sea beast or the scarlet beast is Europe. And Europe has came up before America, and here they are, which they were riding one another. America was riding in alliance, in NATO, in Europe. They're always helping Europe. After the Second World War, they helped in the First World War. Now there's a turning here, and we see this since the Trump administration, this clash between the U.S. and Europe. And this is what Jesus means. Satan is going to be divided against himself at the end, in the fall of Babylon. So we've seen this clash just recently at the Munich conference, U.S. and Europe clash. On the first day of the Munich conference, Vance accusing Europe and Europe accusing America. And we've seen it again, this clash between Trump and Zelensky over the U.S. and Europe over Ukraine. And it was a clash. And so, you say, oh, well, that's nothing. But America is trying to get out of NATO, and they're trying to let Europe stand on its own. And I think that's what we're going to see here, this splitting of these two. And I mean, that works for Putin. He likes that, and they're going to instigate that as much as they can. But in the end, what's it going to be? It's going to be just like we see. Europe's going to pledge support for Ukraine. They're going to back them up all the way. And same with, like Germany said, they will. Since they brought this new guy in, lots of money now. And so here's the switch, and here's the rift between Europe and the United States. Here it is, Jesus said, if Satan is divided against Satan, how then will his kingdom stand? It won't. And that's what God has to do. We somehow think, Europe and North America are the good guys, and Russia is the bad guy. I'm not saying they are any better. They're beasts as well. But Satan's kingdom is this 7-head, 10-horn beast with the woman riding it. And here's the two that are going to come against each other. Ultimately, America, will fall by the antichrist. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you keep on the alert. God bless.